Good. I'm here in Oslo talking to Ben Tattersall in London. He's the founder of a sneaker brand called GoodNews. And I think why this brand is really interesting for us to look at is its very nice combination of, I think, strong design combined with this clear focus on sustainability. So it would be fun to hear from Ben where he had the original idea from. So over to you, Ben. Can you tell us if you like, the story of GoodNews and how you came up with the idea? And just when I think about it, how you came up with the name?
Of course, yeah. Thanks, Nicholas. So myself and Nia, my business partner, started GoodNews back in 2015. We were both working for various footwear brands and companies, Nia in design and myself in sales and marketing. And during those jobs, we were kind of both flying around the world, visiting different factories in our jobs, and always having conversations about the industry and the kind of damaging materials being used. After seeing and experiencing the damage in our jobs, this industry, specifically the footwear industry, was having on the planet, we kind of got our heads together and started thinking of ideas to want to create a platform we can use to try and change the way things are done in the industry. So that was the main aim from the start. And the name naturally came out of that, was born out of what we wanted to do. So that was simply to create change, but to do it with smiles on our faces. And our slogan is to bring the world a little bit of good news. So that is kind of where the name came from and the intentions behind creating the brand. And yeah, and we feel like the name encapsulates what we want to do. It's positive. We want to be a positive, optimistic and encouraging voice in the industry, and try and inspire action and facilitate kind of dialogue around all the issues that's going on in the industry. So the vast wastage, to try and inform a conscious change, if you like. So yeah, from the start, our aim has always been simple: to create a platform we can use to promote a healthy planet. That is literally our tagline. So yeah, that's kind of where we've come from.
Just in terms of suppliers, because when I've looked at the shoes, you pay attention clearly to the materials, otherwise this wouldn't make sense. But was it easy to find the suppliers that could deliver those materials to you?
No, not at the it's becoming more available now. We were left quite frustrated with the lack of support and the lack of information out there 5 years ago. People were talking about sustainability a little bit, but not as much as they are now. So, we've got big brands now that haven't been sustainable and trying to make changes now, which is great. But the lack of support from the industry and information out there was really hard to find. So through Nia's contacts, she was able to find various factories. We started in Portugal production, and it was organic cotton and recycled rubber outsoles. So, and each season since then, it's just been about improving each component of the shoe. So there is quite a lot of components of a shoe. So it was hard, but it's becoming more available now. There's more and more innovation in the industry. And there's a lot more conversations going on. So it's getting easier and more cost effective. When we first started, it was quite expensive to source all these kind of innovative, sustainable, recycled or upcycled materials. But now it's becoming more available to the mass market, which is great for the industry.
Yeah. And how did you know there was a market for this sort of a sneaker or a shoe with this sustainability orientation?
Kind of. The biggest thing for us, it was born out of a passion to change the way things are done. Like that was the passion. And if this, we were fed up of just buying your standard Vans and Converse. We're consumers as well. So we noticed a gap in the market because we couldn't find a footwear brand with the right ethics or right ethical promises or pledges. So, that was the gap in the market, because we knew we were consumers and we couldn't find it. So yeah, I feel like Good News is kind of a representation of who we are as human beings as well, you know, wanting to tread lightly, reduce our carbon footprint as much as possible.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's more a reflection of your
It
values.
is.
Yeah.
It's a true reflection of who we are as human beings, and you'll see that on our social, you know, from social to website to the style and design. It's a reflection of who we are, and we've always wanted to be quite transparent about that, and bring our kind of end consumers on a journey with us. You know, whether it's and the challenges. Not enough brands talk about the challenges and the obstacles in the industry, and creating a new footwear brand. It's extremely challenging. So we've tried being transparent with that through our social channels and Instagram. You know, if there's any faulty products, or, you know, blog about it, you know, explain the process. So transparency and gives a lot of integrity for us as a brand and as human beings.
But thank you very much, Ben. It's a very good story about Good News. So I think it sort of taps into a lot of the beliefs that certainly the Medinger Group has, and about the way I think that we see that brands should be pushing towards the future. So what you said has really resonated, I think, with the way we think about brand building as well. So thank you very much for that.
No worries. Thank you, Nicholas.